Hello and welcome to the history of the Ghostbusters. Today's episode will be covering the Ecto-1. And here we go. The Ecto-1 was the vehicle that the Ghostbusters used to travel throughout New York City, busting ghosts and other entities. The vehicle used for the Ecto-1 was a 1959 Cadillac professional chassis built by the Miller-Meteor company. The ambulance/hearse combination was the end-loader variety. Dr. Ray Stantz found the vehicle shortly after he mortgaged his mother's home to buy the Firehouse. Because of his mechanical skills, he was able to repair the vehicle, which he acquired for $4,800. After the repairs were complete, the vehicle had quite a unique character. It became a well-recognized symbol for the Ghostbusters franchise. The vehicle had enough room in it to store proton packs for all the crew, along with the Ecto goggles, PKE meter, and a slew of traps. After purchasing the vehicle in used condition, Ray had to make repairs on the following parts of the car: suspension work, shocks, brakes, brake pads, lining, steering box, transmission, rear end, new rings, muffler, and a little wiring. After the Ghostbusters were shut down, the Ecto-1 was used primarily for transport to and from appearances, such as children's birthday parties. It fell into a state of disrepair, and is seen spewing smoke and having other various mechanical problems. The following Ghostbusters returned to business after capturing the Scolari brothers. The Ecto-1 got an overhaul and was renamed the Ecto-1A. A further updated version of the Ecto-1 appears during the Thanksgiving 1991 weekend, the Ecto-1B. This version is similar to the Ecto-1A, but adds a Super Slammer Moton trap on the roof, which enables it to capture similar ghosts much more quickly than the portable versions, as well as adding the possibility for capturing much larger ghosts. Background information: the Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A are Miller-Meteor Futura ambulance/hearse combinations mounted on a 1959 Cadillac Fleetwood professional chassis. Stephen Dane, credited as a hardware consultant, was the fabricator of the original Ectomobile. On October 5th, 1983, Dane started working on Ecto-1. He visited the primary ambulance in the back lot at Burbank Studios. He took reference photos and measurements, then went home. Dane drew up the isometrics of the Ecto-1 and its roof rack and various views and elevations of the exterior and interior. Dane spent the longest amount of time in this gig working on the Ecto-1 design. After Reitman approved Dane's design, studio partners and prop makers at the Burbank Studio Mills went to work on painting and detailing. Dane oversaw construction and directed them on building the car based off his designs. After about 2 weeks, the paint job and details were blocked out. The prop makers also repaired the ambulance to driving condition, cleaned the interior, and installed equipment. By the time it shipped on October 19th, the ambulance was about half done. Dane bought parts for the roof rack, and once it was done, it was shipped to New York, where it was attached to the Ecto-1. The finished Ecto-1 wasn't an exact duplicate of Dane's designs. Dane originally drew the proton packs to lay sideways in the Ecto-1's gurney, but the prop makers changed it so the packs were upright at a single angle. Some parts on the roof rack changed position from the design. They were on top of each other or faced in a different direction. After 1 or 2 days of finishing touches, the Ecto-1 was ready for filming. In the previous drafts of the first movie, Ecto-1 was originally to be a 1975 Cadillac ambulance bought for only $600. But by the time the final script was written, the price escalated to $1,400 for an even older 1959 model. During filming, inflation increased to the cost of $4,800. Dan Aykroyd's original Ecto-1 was an all-black, rather sinister-looking machine with flashing white and purple strobe lights that gave it a strange ultraviolet aura. While going through the script, the cinematographer first pointed out that the black design would be a problem, since part of the movie would be shot at night. Dan Aykroyd's original Ecto-1 had some extra normal powers, such as the ability to dematerialize. One use of it would be to elude police. The Ecto-1 was promoting the 1984 film shortly after it was released in theaters. It drove around New York City with one of the Ghostbusters driving it in costume. Ecto-1 caused many accidents because other drivers lost control when they spotted the now famous car. In a deleted scene of the first movie, there was an encounter between a policeman and the Ecto-1. It was the only scene in the final shooting script that suggested that the vehicle had some extra normal powers, carried over from Aykroyd's initial draft. It was removed because it slowed down the montage. In Ghostbusters 2, Ecto-1 was backfiring and spewing smoke. This was not done by special effects, as the Cadillac was truly in a poor state of disrepair. It finally died on the Brooklyn Bridge. The New York City Police Department fined the filmmakers because the Brooklyn Bridge does not have a breakdown lane, and Ecto-1 was blocking traffic. Before Ghostbusters the video game was released, the original and now rusty and literally falling apart Ecto-1 was restored to promote the game. Dan Aykroyd was shocked at the high quality of the restoration. There have been 3 Miller-Meteor ambulances to portray the 2 vehicles, the pre-Ecto-1, which was never transformed, Ecto-1, which originally a gold ambulance, and Ecto-1A. Hey, thank you for watching the history of the Ghostbusters. Special thanks to the Ghostbuster Wiki and all contributors for all information you heard today. Also special thanks to the contributors of this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.